Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
I got your message, cameraman. Listen, part of the reason things are so nuts out there is because the news, the media, blue ticks, activists LARPing as journalists, two-bit columnists, their bootlickers, sycophants, and talking heads on the TV, all those things, they only have two modes, blackout and circus. It's why you can't find anything about the yellow vest and Hong Kong protests. It's why you can't find anything about China's economy collapsing, or legislation passed in this country since January for that matter. It's also why no one's screaming and crying about climate change being the greatest threat we face, and no one's trying to talk us into eating bugs. You see, the reason for that is Chinese lung herpes. It's everywhere. It's ruining everything at home and abroad. Now, as much as I want to go on about how the Olympics are canceled and the airline industry might be bankrupt around May, let's deal with what's happening from sea to shining sea. I mean, for starters, the Center for Disease Control was too busy fighting racism and obesity instead of prepping for pandemics, which is part of why we're here. You see, the State Department of Labor websites, they're crashing left and right from the millions of people across these United States filing unemployment claims because of all the bar and restaurant closings. Schools are closed too. In fact, there are curfews, quarantines. It's not all doom and gloom. I mean, sure, there's blood and thunder. There's blood and thunder not being reported on right now, and there's blood and thunder on the way. You know, in Philadelphia, the police aren't arresting people for grand theft auto, jacking you for your shit in broad daylight, home invasions. Nope. Oh, and bench warrants? Forget about that. You know, the mayor of Baltimore pleaded with his city to stop shooting one another so there would be enough beds in the hospitals just in case someone gets a case of the sniffles, or cooties, or boogie woogie flu. I mean, it's Chinese lung herpes, but there are some people who said otherwise. And while we're on the topic, cameraman, every single person who said this was nothing, every single person who just said it was a flu, every single good-for-nothing jerkface who had the gall to look at this through a lens of race and tell us all that we're racist if we don't let an Asian person spit in our mouth, those people have to live with that for the rest of their lives. Anyways, I'm looking forward to this, honestly. I mean, we're going to find out half the economy's gay and half the economy's fake, and 1/4 of the economy is fake and gay. In the coming weeks, we're going to find out what quarter that is. Hell, advertising executives and marketing whiz kids are scrambling to sell us crap we don't need. I mean, like, so many things have gone on for so long, left unchecked and swept under the rug. Nothing stays at the bottom of the ocean forever. Nothing. I mean, this has been a long time coming. And that whole calling things a recession, even though we've been living, whatever you want to call it, cameraman, the second Great Depression, the Greatest Depression, the Great Depression 2.0, the Big Sad, we've been in it. And as long as we haven't called it what it was, everyone's just getting used to paying more for less. I believe the appropriate term that's popular these days is normalized. Is that what it is? Who knows? Language is a fickle thing. We're going to see what it's worth. All that virtue signaling and woke scolding. Yeah, let's see what good it does in a pandemic. Because that's what it is, cameraman. Anyways, that's the reason why you can't find what you're normally looking for. If I were you, I'd keep a lookout for people who are about to crack without $8 cups of coffee, Seamless, yoga, and the third world nannies that had to deal with their rotten artifact children. It's going to be great.